very close, slightly in the favor for NaFu with 52%. And yeah, welcome to BCL 8v8. It is map 3. It is a tie-breaking round, and Raven are on fire. And let's see if they can continue holding that torch as we get into round 5.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to be having our breakouts coming up. They're the boats, like we were talking about before. Low chopper play going to be coming out right now for the Chinese squad. And actually a little bit of a slow start there for the Russian team, getting into that little bird. But nice rockets going back and forth. Choppers definitely playing low and down towards the water as much as possible. Oh, no, 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 no. It looks like we are going to be seeing the Chinese squad. That's going to be RaVe losing out their bird going into the water. That's a big misplay.
Yes, but the overlay is currently incorrect. Yeah,
right
sorry,
now,
ladies and gentlemen.
Well, right now we do see the boats going down for the Russian team. That's going to be NaFu. So kind of a weird trade going back and forth. Yes, RaVe lost their helicopter, but NaFu lost their boat. B site going into the favor right now of RaVe. They should be able to win out onto that burn. On the flip side, in the mainland, we do see a big push from NaFu's infantry to try and get onto that C site. But the LAV, that's going to be Feels Bad Man, is doing a fantastic job of holding them back. We do see Mr. Gino, though, getting a little bit close to the LAV of Potato. And he will be able to push him back, and that is a pretty big win right there. He's not going to be next to that alpha site. They are going to have to rely on their helicopter to try and help him out as much as possible. Wonder Bamboo has done an amazing job on clearing out this B site, and if he does have that air package like you were talking about, those TV missiles are now going to be going out, but if he gets somebody in there with that air package, they might be able to do a massive amount of damage to that chopper from a distance.
Yeah, and Prolosco, luckily, that TV missile missed. From Bamboo missed Prolosco as he was trying to stay on this alpha objective, but we do have a 2-flag hold. We do have that sneaky swimmy as Gump used to say from Neophyta coming in onto Bravo objective, and Charlie is clear. That Mr. Min is up in the helicopter. He does have Potato Tomato on that bridge, keeping him off, and right now NaFu in a very defensive position. Losco can't do too much, and we have that swimmer still going in on Bravo objective. Hopefully, if he stays calm, he's not in a squad, so all he has to do is wait for there to be a couple of dead spawns remaining for NaFu. There is 3 players right now who could potentially spawn in on Neophyta. There it is, Dirty coming in. If they do a big push onto Bravo, it could fall into their hands, especially with all these infantry getting the high ground. Bamboo is going to struggle with dealing with them.
Yeah, and Wonder Bamboo has that AA setup at the moment. He's going to take some pot shots out of that. Notice that the mines have gone down over there inside spawn. There's the big spawn, though, coming out onto that B site. So right now, RaVe is going to have to back on up and deal with this. But I think that Bamboo is actually in a decent position here to take care of this. He has plenty of health there on his chopper. He is getting pushed by the little bird that's going to be Prolosco. But Mr. Min has spawned back in, so he could potentially come back in for the save with that boat. Like you said before, that boat-chopper combo is pretty powerful.
Oh, just misses Prolosco there with that TV missile, although it was very beautiful. That would have been a beautiful shot onto Prolosco. We have a small push coming in from NaFu. It is Sugar and another NaFu player going up onto Charlie. But Rune is there. He knows of their position. He sees him. It's Jug, and they are both out.
Yeah, nice job there from Neo, cleaning out those mines. He did drive a Jeep, just run it down into the water, cleaning it out as fast as possible. Neo now going to be sitting up next to that boat. He's going to be waiting in for these rockets maybe to try and clean them out, but not going to be getting into it just yet. But yeah, Seaside getting pushed extremely hard. Losco going down in the chopper. Mr. Min also getting picked up as well. He did survive it, but no air whatsoever onto the map. So it's going to come down really to just your infantry players in armor over here into the north side of the map.
Yeah, well, we had Neo was he going in the boat. He was actually running fire extinguisher to try and just get rid of that mobility hit on him, and trying to get in a little bit of a better position on Bravo objective. But we do have swimmers coming in on Bravo right now with 3 players, 3-man push, and Sugar with Neophyta and Weshid only on this point.
Oh my God.
Taken out.
Right now, Feels Bad should just push A and have a big spawn bomb on Alpha. They could take the north side of the map completely if they were able to push it, but no, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Instead, they decide to spawn down onto that Bravo site, contesting it, but they had a really good opportunity. Now the push is going to be coming in a little bit late, which is going to give Potato an opportunity to try and defend it a little bit, but look at the resources that we're seeing being put for that B site. That's 6 players that were spawned down onto Bravo for this NaFu squad. That is an insane amount of people to put into one flag.
Yeah, and well, Bravo did go over to NaFu right now, and the only one remaining is Bamboo, and the China spawn hasn't been slammed yet, so that could be something for them to work with in the future. If that boat manages to spawn before the NaFu boat comes up. But look,
yeah, look, it feels bad though.
Yep.
He's going to be pushing that alpha site, so this is really going to be a interesting play coming out for RaVe. Are they going to be able to get control of that alpha site, or will they basically try and maybe go for that B once this push fails? But they have a lot of people setting up inside the buildings. They're winning out in the burn right now, and with that little bird being up for Mr. Min, this actually is definitely going to go their way. I mean, this is looking really good right now for RaVe.
Yeah, 206 to 100 ticket lead is fairly comfortable, but the bleed can do some damage, and it could turn around at any moment. But all NaFu have now to play with is that Bravo objective, and there's not much they can do. I mean, Neophyte is here. He could get the someone spawning in on him and setting up some slams straight away on that boat. But I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to... I believe he thinks someone is there. We're trying to get rid of the tree so you can see the helicopter spawning in very quickly. But what's...
Why? I don't understand why Feels Bad pushed up like he did. He pushed in front of the Alpha flag, right in front of the Little Bird, as well as the LAV. Ended up getting killed. That's a wasted armor piece right there. I'm not too sure what he was thinking in that position. Maybe he was trying to sacrifice it to do something on B. I don't know, but it looked like they had a fairly decent hold there on A.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, I missed that, but it is very strange for Rune to make such a simple mistake, going a bit too aggressive and is exposing himself on that Alpha objective. But
well, I don't know if it was a mistake. I mean, it may have been planned, because immediately what you see is a rotation coming in with the helicopter and paired up with the boat to go to B. So it might have been planned. It just looked really odd because they seem to be winning out on that Alpha flag.
But Bamboo not doing so well. Scrub Lord Gump repairing his heart out, trying to make sure he stays alive. And I believe Gump would have the IR smoke to lose lock from the laser guided missile which Losko is running with. And Losko is just being pinned behind in the Russian spawn, not being able to do much. And Bamboo could potentially get a kill with the TV, but he's going to go and try and disable Potato Tomato. Gets the hit onto him with a nice TV. And continues to keep and pepper Prolosko, keeping him in that base.
Yeah, Wonder Bamboo though. Take a look at his score. He's 14-4 right now. He's been in the boat for the majority of the match. He's put up some pretty decent numbers here, and he's been able to just harass Prolosko the entire time. There's some TV missiles coming out as he's looking for the vehicles. Will be able to get a shot on it. That's going to help out his armor just a little bit to try and push it. So, yeah, I mean, look at this. 42 tickets to 193. RaVe is looking very, very good here in this match. Even with this losing out onto C-side, they could go for some potential drops over onto A.
Yeah, absolutely, and Bamboo just weaved that TV missile through those electric pylons, getting a shot onto the LAV, making sure Potato Tomato goes down, but there is a very strong presence of NaFu soldiers. They managed to capture that Charlie point in the meantime, but look at Feels Badman. Straight away going for Alpha objective. They have the information, hey, NaFu are on Charlie. We should just sacrifice. It's a very difficult flag to clear out, especially with the respawns that can continue coming in and putting pressure onto the China team. But the LAVs are up. And now here's an important fact about Land King Dam. There are 2 LAVs which spawn. Of course, you're only allowed to use one of them at a time, but there is very little chance that you get a break from the vehicle presence on this map, unless you take both LAVs down consecutively and very quickly.
Yeah, what you're really looking at when you're taking down the vehicles in this map is basically taking them out of positions, right? So you're taking
Yeah.
them out of power positions, moving them back a little bit so that your infantry can take maybe a little step forward. That's kind of what you're looking for in the vehicles. But we do see the northern side of the map being pretty heavily contested there onto Alpha. That is going to be the LAV coming in for RaVe, trying to stay up and alive as much as possible. He's got 2 reppers on him at the moment. Was that the little bird going down from the LAV right there? As we do see pretty much just 2 infantry players trying to hold on to this.
Yeah, that Dirty's the last remaining. He's low. He's the 32 health. Not much he can do here except for wait for the squad mates to spawn in on him and try and push and rush Feels Badman very, very quickly. He's taking the chance. He puts the slam on, and he's taken down there with Potato Tomato Dough. Unfortunately, getting a team kill, but Feels Badman is out, and Alpha will be a little bit easier to be taken back by NaFu. But Bravo is contested, and 11 tickets is maybe not enough time for them to turn this game around.
No. Well, they could hope for maybe like a really quick wipe, and to potentially burn off, a few more tickets. But yeah, they've lost this one pretty handily. We're going to be seeing about 140 tickets coming out for RaVe right now. They had firm control of this map the entire time. They looked fantastic in terms of the air. They looked fantastic in terms of the vehicles. Feels Bad made a couple of questionable moves in my mind, but that may have been a planned rotation that was going to be coming in to try and get control of some of the other flags. But yeah, with the spawns that are going to be coming up, there's nothing that they can do at this moment. It's going to go into the favor here of RaVe. And RaVe, like I said, where does this team come from? They're looking fantastic, and this is not what we had seen in the first 3 rounds of this match. They're living up to the hype that we've been talking about all day.
Absolutely. Yeah, with a team that you usually see choke and not perform in the playoffs is really shining and flexing their muscles. RaVe is a very good team, and it's great to see them play at a standard which I'm used to seeing them play in previous seasons. It's a good lineup. And a little info about RaVe. It's primarily a team of, as I said earlier, primarily a Finnish team. And they made the core of the Team Finland in the ESL Nations Cup, and it's one of the unique qualities, which Gump actually said about his own team was that weaknesses, everything, strengths, none. So very humbling himself quite a lot there, where they're actually shining through with a lot of strengths. Actually, with the vehicles, as you said, the helicopters doing well, Mr. Men doing his job, Bamboo doing his job on the boat, and Feels Badman doing a relatively decent job, apart from a few questionable plays which we saw earlier. Yeah, so they're very experienced, and the core lineup has been very similar for the past few seasons. And they are proving us wrong with the fact that they used to underperform in the playoffs, but they are not doing it tonight.
No, they're not. And the vehicle players are really shining right now for RaVe. We're seeing Wonder Bamboo, who is in the boat most of the time, 17-4. We saw Mr. Min there, 11-4 in the chopper. He almost always had control of the skies. On the flip side of that, Potato only 11-6. He was really pushed back over there towards that alpha site almost the entire time. And the boat for the Russian side, for NaFu, was non-existent for the majority of that match. They really didn't have any impact whatsoever. And then if you take a look at Prolosco, finishing up 4-5, the bottom of the scoreboard. He had absolutely. This is something that we may have been overdoing as the casters, leading up to this match. But he's somebody that we've talked about time and time again. We built him up as this, like, he's going to make this huge impact, and he really hasn't. He may have the ability to do so, but he hasn't shown it really all that much on the maps that he should be shining on.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, it is a new round, and they are down by quite a few tickets right now with 142 euro.
Yeah, it's doable though. This is not something that they can't come back from. Again, taking a look over here at the average tickets that were won on Lancane Dam, it was by 91. So yeah, it's a little bit off of that, but this team has shown some really good composure in the first couple of rounds. We saw some really good plays coming out of these guys. So it's definitely possible for them to be able to come out and be able to overturn this. It does look daunting at first, but I think that we could be in for a very good last round.
Yeah, hopefully NaFu will pull out all the stops and go out with a bang at least. And yeah, as you said, it's a doable score. It's possible to come back with that 142 ticket lead. You can be down, and it's, you know, it's the ticket bleed. You just got to play your cards right. Stay smart. Don't get you know, too rushed. And another thing is, RaVe can't afford to get too overconfident and sort of relax at this point. They can't. It's not over until the fat lady sings, as they say. And they have to wait for that fat lady to sing for them to truly relax. And they gotta keep performing at the same level on this last round. But yeah, let's a quick recap of what's been going on. Propaganda was won by NaFu in the beginning, which was the pick for RaVe. And then RaVe just come out of nowhere, a completely new team, absolutely annihilating NaFu on Hainan Resort on round 2. We saw some great plays coming in from Skullboard Gump, taking out Prolosco with the rib boat, the ninja rib boat, and Mr. Man reigning, you know, doing very good work. They're getting an impressive score on that map. And yet again, we do have Land King Dam, which is the final round, the final map. It is the tiebreaker, and RaVe have managed to continue that momentum they left off on Hainan Resort.
Yeah, it's really funny that we're talking about, you know, how the vehicle guys have really been shining on RaVe, especially because when I look at RaVe from my past experiences with casting ESL 1, is the fact that I see a lot of players that were 5v5 players, right? So I'm like, this looks like a very heavy infantry squad. Looks like somebody who you know, they would kind of struggle in the vehicle department, but that's not been the case. These infantry players have also been a very good resource for the vehicles. They've been supporting them pretty darn well, going in there with those last second repairs, being able to have these really good timing pushes with the vehicles themselves, and that's going to go down as well to the communication. The communication looks like it has ramped up for RaVe, and it's just on a whole nother level. But we are going to be getting started here in about 40 seconds as NaFu now going to be switching over to the Chinese side of the map. Now, the Chinese side, they will have the Z11, but they're also going to have that C building in their back pocket. That's going to give them a little bit more cover than what we saw once that initial fight over on Bravo dies down. So if they do win out on the fight onto B, and they manage to get that cap, they're probably going to be flying back over to that C side. That's going to give them some presence over onto Charlie and a little bit of attacking every now and then over there onto the A flag as well. So we'll definitely be interested to see how the beginning of this match starts out. Remember, Mr. Min actually lost his Little Bird in the water onto Bravo. So if he's able to keep that Little Bird up, maybe we're going to be seeing even more dominant performance, especially at the beginning of the match.
And there we go. We have the breakouts. They are off, and Wonder Bamboo almost getting that TV missile onto Prolosco. But Bravo seems to be at a standstill here as we have the big two huge forces coming in, and Feels Bad Man giving some assistance, which is what you tend to see on Land King. The LAV staying low, not really pushing up onto the objective, giving some assistance. But oh, Potato with the tow missile across the map, taking out Feels Bad Man, and that is going to definitely hurt. But Bravo is still anyone's option.
That is huge. That is massive right there. That's the look that we wanted to have from NaFu. That will give them that alpha sight more than likely, as you see the Jeep now coming around the backside of A to help out with that burn. The LAV is going to be coming in here, feels bad, but he's going to be out of position. He's going to be fighting from a really bad spot. Over here onto that Bravo site, though, we are going to be seeing the boat doing a really good job here of getting a lot of kills. Look at that kill feed. It's RaVe all day long as they've completely wiped out that Bravo site, as they will now own the skies, own the water, and they're going to be pushing back over here towards that alpha site to try and keep control of it.
Yeah, and Tomato is down. It is looking to be, you know, they still have a strong presence on alpha, and they're being persistent. And you know, that flag hasn't been grayed out by NaFu yet, but Jug managing to pick up one kill. It's not going to be so easy for him, as he's just between a rock and a hard place, with Mr. Man picking up that kill there, and Losco is staying alive here on Charlie. So straight away, NaFu are 2 players down, with him setting up this defensive position here on Charlie objective. And Potato Tomato has to, you know, he can't advance any further due to the, you know, the boat putting pressure on him from Bamboo.
Yeah, that was just really, like, a really interesting timing that happened there initially, because there was nobody there on A really They should have been able to quickly burn down that alpha site, but most of their guys, when they did make that push, were set over on the island. When they died, that gave them enough time there for RaVe to go ahead and reinforce that alpha site and to be able to hold on to it like they just did. So fantastic job right there from RaVe, as we are going to be seeing more and more fights developing here towards the north. A big aggressive push coming in right now to try and get over here onto the seaside. That's going to be Quick and Bagraz. Excuse me, guys, as we have a counterattack happening over here onto Alpha with 3 individuals from NaFu.
Yeah, I mean, NaFu are just, they're aware of Burgraz's presence, and just that one player being on this Charlie objective is enough to throw off a team a little bit. They have to search. They don't want to lose another flag to RaVe, so NaFu are scrambling, panicking, trying to find out what's going on, and Burgraz will potentially reveal a situation there as the NaFu LAV gets taken out by Mr. Men, but a boat, tow missile, definitely from Neophyta, picks up the refrag there, taking out Mr. Men from the sky. Prolosco is up as well. He does give the assistance needed to stop and take out Bamboo. But is it enough for him? He does have the support, and there it is. The boat is down. Bravo is up for grabs now with a small infantry push coming in from NaFu.
Yeah, he's going to get pushed, but at the same time when they're making this push over onto Bravo, did Losco lose the chopper? Or yeah, he did. He lost the chopper. So no air going to be coming in here for NaFu to try and hold onto the seaside. And there's the GGs being thrown out because they are just about to go down below that 142 ticket mark. Very, very quick round coming in here for RaVe, as they really just showed up. I mean, these last 3 rounds, they dominated the entire time, going basically 200 tickets in the 3rd round of this match, or I'm sorry, the 4th round of this match, and then going 142 in the last round. And now they're going to be able to finish out with 200 plus once again.
Yeah.
Just really, really solid play coming out, and keeping control of the finals. The last part of it, taking the win. So fantastic job going in here for RaVe, as they are your champions for the BCL Aviates.
Yeah, fantastic finale for the Summer Cup. Great to see RaVe shine and perform. Everyone pulling their weight. A lot of great stuff. And NaFu, they did put up a decent fight, but RaVe just, you know, came out hot, and a lot hotter than NaFu expected on that round of Hainan, and I think I've dented them a little bit with the confidence. But yeah, let's go to the main desk here and let's wrap things up. So my name is Mr. Falls, and I am joined by the fantabulous RedFX, and yeah, very, very great to have you here, and most of all, thank you to all you people tuning in right now here on the Battlefield channel. This has been an amazing experience and a fantastic opportunity for the 8v8 scene and the competitive communities to get some limelight, to get the exposure, and show you guys that competitive gameplay is very interesting and great fun. And of course, we saw some great Battlefield moments in this match. Of course, if you missed it, you can always watch again on the VOD, which is no problem. But be sure to follow us on Auzom on the socials, Auzom_GG. You can follow us as well. Give BreadFX a follow, myself a follow, and even to Panda, who made his debut casting today and did a fantastic job casting the semifinals with me earlier tonight. And yeah, so there we have it, against all odds. Well, not that big against all odds, but RaVe really surprising us with their performance for this playoff.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. You know, I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing more in the future, especially with Battlefield 1 coming out. It's going to change everything. So we're going to have kind of like a fresh start. So definitely, if you guys are, you know, we saw a couple of you guys talking in chat. You're like, these guys aren't that great. You know, we can do better. Well, you know, hey, that's fine. And we hope that you guys would get involved in the community, maybe show up, create your own teams, join a team, because we would love to have more and more members involved in it. We definitely want to grow the competitive scene. Yes, there is room for us here within the Battlefield community. And again, these are some of the best players in the world. If you don't believe me, check the scoreboards. They're on there for the global stats. Just fantastic plays all around. You know, again, follow AuzomGG on their social media websites. Go check out the website themselves, as they are going to be posting up entries into the next seasons for future events. And then, of course, make sure you follow BCL at BCL 8 versus 8 So that's at BCL8VS8. Make sure you go check them out. They're going to have announcements as to when the seasons are going to be going live in future as well. And again, a big announcements that were made as well. The Americas are going to be able to get BCL. Awesome stuff there. So we're going to have some support coming in for competitive 8s, possible 10s coming in for the Americas. Big deal. And then we also have the Aces High, which is going to be happening. 2v2 choppers, 1v1 jets. Hell, coming into Battlefield 1, 1v1 biplanes. That's going to be pretty interesting to see how those players are going to be flying those around with the new physics and new mechanics that are going to be available. But yeah, thank you, Falls, and the Auzom GG crew for guys. You know, props to the admins and the organizers who put this on. They never get enough thanks. They did a fantastic job of setting this up. A lot of work behind the scenes go into this. So thank you to all of the organizers, all of the admins for running this. It was a fantastic event. I look for more. And of course, thank you to Battlefield, EA, and DICE for allowing us to have a slot on their channel. I mean, this is hopefully a start of a really good relationship going back and forth between DICE and EA and the competitive scene. It's been something that's been a long time coming for the last decade or so, and it's opening up new doors. So anything else, Falls? I mean, are we going to have some interviews or something?
I think
at the end?
We might have an interview with the fantastic team leader from RaVe, that is Gump. Just waiting for them to confirm that he can join in and give a chat. Now, the funny thing about Gump, if he does come on, if he doesn't come on, he's a Finnish guy at heart, but he has a Liverpool Scouse accent, which absolutely blows my mind. This is something you don't really see every day. But hopefully he will be able to come on and give us some words of wisdom and some humble sayings, because he is a very modest guy. Hopefully that would be really cool if we get an opportunity to talk with him. But yeah, as you guys saw, yeah, Brett mentioned all the news. We got Aces High on the horizon. Those beautiful air tournaments going to be kicking off relatively soon. We got the BCL Americas kicking off as well, and a Americas versus Europe Cup as well. Which
yes, I did forget about that one.
That will be kicking off very soon as well. So it's a great transition, a great segue to introduce this match, this tournament, this Swiss-style tournament between Americas and EU, and go and launch the BCL Americas. But I'm getting a couple of messages. Okay, we might not be able to get Gump, but we will get Rune in potentially. So just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we get this final interview. That'll be really cool for us to chat with RaVe, the victors of this Summer Cup 2016. And yeah, it was really nice. We saw some DLC maps, and the reason we included the DLC maps in the season obviously is because DICE gave away all the free DLCs. So we have Rune.
Yeah.
Sure, move him down.
Is he going to be joining right now?
He's going to be joining right now. So ladies and gentlemen,
user was moved to your channel.
Welcome, Rune. How are you doing?
It's going great.
How does it feel to be the champion of the Summer Cup 2016 BCL? Are you feeling good, man?
It feels amazing.
Does it feel good, man, now?
Nah, I'm still a feels bad, man.
Oh, man.
At least to sit out from my other team that I have in Overwatch is worth it. That we won. Yeah.
Because you have moved to another game. You are a professional player as well, in that sense. But yeah, I've seen you playing with RaVe for a very long time, and you've always been that vehicle guy in the LAV, doing some amazing shots, and all in all, a very good tanker. But we do have one question for you. Brett noticed a play you did earlier on Land King Dam. You were doing a really hard push onto Alpha Objective, and we were wondering if it was planned, or you just simply getting hot-headed and going guns blazing to try and engage Potato Tomato.
Oh, on the last LAV push there?
Yeah.
I was already low. I didn't have anything. I needed to die, so I just go in.
Okay.
Just hard-headed in, because it was already a lost fight. I do as much damage as I can.
Okay. I do have a question for you. So as far as like on what we saw for Hainan Resort, the first 3 rounds were very, very close. I mean, they were back and forth, back and forth. You barely scraped by with a win in round number 1 of Propaganda. Same thing with Hainan Resort, very low figures. But in that second round of Hainan Resort, you guys you came out of the gate and you left nothing back. I mean, it was like a completely different team that we saw showed up. Like, what was the deal there? Like, what happened? Did you guys just decide to wake up? I mean, did you have your coffee? Did the caffeine kick in? What was the deal?
Did Gump sing his famous songs?
No.
Nah.
I think it's just the hashtag Rusty Raven.
Oh, was it? Knocking out the rest.
We need time to get into the gear.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in every match that it happens sometimes that we like have a slow start and then get out on top.
Yeah, because that was an insane switch. I mean, you definitely can see like momentum shifts happen for teams, but that was, like I said, a completely different side of you guys. So really awesome to see that finally coming out for you. And I definitely think it was a shock to NaFu. I mean, they really were caught off guard by that. As far as like what you think for Propaganda, I'm kind of interested on what went wrong on that map, because that was your pick.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting breakout that you guys had at the very beginning. I like that, going in for a 7-man push there for that B site. Very, very uncommon. So, what do you think ultimately went wrong on Propaganda? Was it just side choice that ended up getting you guys in the end?
I'm saying NaFu did a 7-man push to Bravo.
Yeah.
You're saying nothing about it?
NaFu did a 7-man push.
No. Oh, was it NaFu?
Yes.
Yeah. They circled all around Bravo to instantly kill my tank.
Now, what was I thinking of? Because there was a play where you were on B. Maybe you were defending against that 7-man push.
Yeah, you were raking up the kills there,
I remember talking
Boone.
about you at one point.
I got 3
racked up
kills, but
several
I
kills.
got instantly died then. What went wrong on Propaganda is just the rotation to the flags.
Mm.
We didn't have like a spare guy that was on an enemy flag sitting around. So.
And a quick question: what was the kind of the atmosphere in TeamSpeak, and how were your communications? Were you guys kind of chaotic? Were there a lot of commands being thrown out? Were people, everyone talking over each other, or was it very, very calm? Or did it start out that way, and as you progressed, and we saw that second round of Hainan, where you guys really kind of turned things around, that communications became more chill and you guys calmed down a little bit, or how was it overall during the whole final?
Raven communication is horrible. What happened is everybody got together. They know what to do. They know what to call out and what to call in the right time. Mm-hmm. So we got a great communication going.
Good. Yeah, and that kind of, I would imagine, comes with you guys just playing together for a while. You just kind of learn how people are going to be reacting to things, and you kind of just can predict it before they actually do it from the situation that's going to be on hand. So, congratulations, of course, on winning this playoffs. You did a fantastic job overall. What are you planning on in the future? I mean, are you guys going to be sticking together for Battlefield 1? Are you planning on moving up into Conquest Aviates for that? Or, like you said before, you're on another competitive team. Are we going to be seeing a couple of you guys maybe kind of shifting off into different games?
I'm probably going to stay on the Battlefield scene in Raven 2 for Battlefield 1.
Hmm.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
What I heard from Gump, he will stay too. So Gump's team will be there, but maybe the players all around will change.
Yeah, congratulations, Rude, and be sure to pass it on to everyone at Raven. Well played today. Do you have anything you want to add that you think was really important that maybe we didn't pick up on from our perspective, or anything spectacular that you noticed? I mean, we saw Mr. Noises taking out Pro Losco and stealing the helicopter. That was a pretty cool moment, and even Gump getting behind in the rib boat and taking out Pro Losco as well.
Yeah.
So that was some great plays from you guys.
Oh yeah, and also mentioned in chat the steal, the chopper steal.
Yeah. I got a guest coming into the apartment actually, and I need to
Wait, we need to call something out. The first random propaganda was carried by Gump. What is rare? What shall not happen?
Should not happen. Oh man, that's
Nah.
great confidence there. into your teammate.
Gump is known for his kangaroo rat, so he will always have less kills than devs. But propaganda, he was going ham.
Well, you know, next you guys just need to make sure that he's not backpacking you then. He actually steps up, starts putting some good scores on the board, and he has
He's
nothing there
always doing his role.
to line it up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of questions. Do you have anything else, Balls?
I am all good. It was great to talk
Thank
to you,
you.
Rune, and yeah, great that you were able to jump in. And yeah, congratulations yet again for winning the Summer Cup and finishing, well, probably one of the last European-only seasons of Field 4 for the time being. Thank you so much.
I'm doing a shout out to my team of Raven and my team YP.
Nice.
Because they allowed me to play the Sunday while there was Go4 Cups. So I really need to thank them.
Alrighty. Awesome stuff there, guys. So, yeah, we're going to be ending it out here very quickly. Thanks for the chat once again for showing up and for participating. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope that you enjoyed the show. Thank you once again to Auzom GG for inviting me out here to cast this event. It was a fantastic time. I miss casting 8s. I mean, I absolutely love doing it. 8s are where I actually came from for competitive play, so it's really nice getting back a little bit to my roots there. And thanks for Falls also for inviting me to come out and cast as well. But I think that's going to be it, I believe, here for the day. Is that right, Falls?
That is absolutely it. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, big thank you to you, Brett, for taking time out of your day to cast some Battlefield, and I'm glad to see you have that big passion going on still. And yeah, to thank you to Panda, thank you to all the Auzom GG staff, to the BCL admins keeping things safe. We had a lot of work going on in the background, making sure everything looked spick and span. Thank you to the montages which were sent in. We weren't unfortunately able to show all of them, but it's all right. There's going to be future events. This is a great start to a great relationship, hopefully. EA and DICE, especially being here on the Battlefield channel. Yeah, without further ado, of course, be sure to follow us on Twitter at BrettFX or Mr_Falls, and last but follow Auzom_GG BCL8VS8 for more information about stuff and signups coming up in the future. We have the Aces High Cup starting soon, and we have the EU versus America's Cup and the launch of BCL Americas. So a lot of big things happening, great expansion, the community is growing, and it's all thanks to you guys. So for all of us here at Auzom GG, we wish you a beautiful night or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, tuning in to watch some amazing Battlefield. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you next time on the Battlefield. Good night, guys, and take care.